Their 46th meeting. Their first since 2016. Two of the greatest rivals ever seen in tennis will go toe-to-toe in Cincinnati, with a potentially historic win on the horizon. Djokovic is a five-time runner-up at the Western and Southern Open, losing to Federer on 3 occasions and Andy Murray in the other 2 finals. Remarkably, if he records a win on Sunday, he will become the first man to win all Masters 1000 titles. Federer, who is short of 2 Masters titles himself, in Monte-Carlo and Rome, where he's unlikely to play anytime soon, never mind win, can level his head-to-head with the Serb to 23-23 should he record the win. The 37-year-old Swiss already holds the record for the most titles secured at this event, and no doubt he would be delighted to extend that record on Sunday against a familiar foe. Since 2015, they have met in 7 finals. Djokovic won 5 of those. However, the landscapes have shifted somewhat since their last meeting. Then, Djokovic dominated Federer to reach the Australian Open final as he picked up the 3rd Grand Slam title on his way to holding all 4 majors. A dip in form and elbow injury saw Djokovic pushed to the back of the queue as Federer and Rafael Nadal split 6 slams between them in a year and a half from 2017. Federer won 3 majors in that time and will now stand between Djokovic and an exciting piece of history. The duo have met 3 times on this battleground, all in the final. Federer has never lost this matchup. Djokovic comes into this match full of confidence. He ended his 2-year wait for a major at Wimbledon, and although he wasn't on top form earlier in the week, he's picked up some impressive wins over Grigor Dimitrov, Milos, Raonic and Marin Cilic. David Goffin, Federer's semi-final opponent, was forced to retire in the semis, while Federer defeated his compatriot and the ever-improving Stan Wawrinka in the quarterfinals. Now they head for a beautiful matchup. A clash of styles. Weapons that can hurt one another. Both mentally prepared for serious warfare. Federer may perhaps feel he has a point to prove. He hasn't faced the Serb since his triumphant return from injury, the chance to exude dominance over the current world no. Ten must be tempting. For both, it's a chance to score a mental point ahead of the US Open. The pair, along with Rafael Nadal, will no doubt enter the event as the favorites. Of the 7 finals reached at Flushing Meadows, Djokovic has only won 2 titles. Federer is without a victory since 2008, a 10-year gap. Both have scores to settle. Djokovic said on facing Federer, "We haven't played each other for quite some time, which is unusual, because I'm used to playing Roger. Over the course of almost 10 years, I have played him so many times. Played him the most after the rivalry with Nadal. He has influenced greatly. The rivalry with him and him personally has influenced the evolution of my game." So, I mean, it would be the greatest challenge in Cincinnati, without a doubt, and many tournaments, especially here, because he's been dominating this tournament historically. He won against me several times in finals. You know, obviously he feels great in these conditions and this surface. But, obviously he has to win his semi-finals, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Federer added, "It's like fresh, It's not like we have played in the last few weeks, and everybody knows what to expect." I mean, we know how we could look like, but we're not quite sure, the fans, you guys, us, as well, to be honest. A lot has happened since, with injuries both of us have been fighting, and we both came back strong again. So I think that's what's nice about this time around with Novak in the match. It's nearly an impossible tie to call, as ever with these great champions, but I do slightly favor Federer, who the conditions may suit a little better.